He's not good. The energy surge that went through him caused a deep rupture throughout his frontal cortex. If our equipment wasn't so damaged, I'd be able to do more, but as it is, I've done all I can.
This is my fault. We should have been more careful.
No. There's no way we could have known what would happen. The security systems, the satellites, they didn't show up on scans. It must have been a booby trap.
I'll let you know if anything changes.
2 more minutes and I would have had the transport enhancers up. As it is, we have lost manpower and resources. Considering he may not survive, we could have taken the time to get the antimatter and have something to show for it. There is no point in wasting resources on those who are lost to us.
I can't believe... Tell me you didn't just suggest letting the man die.
We cannot afford to be careless with energy and equipment on a labor that has no hope.
You'd be saying that whatever his chances...
I would appreciate you not doing this in my sick bay. I need to concentrate.
Keep me posted, Doctor. It's comforting. Even in another galaxy, there's so many familiar stellar bodies, elements, star types.
It's also further proof that all the galaxies came from
The same place, or event. I'm picking up what looks to be a Class J nebula. If my sensors are right, it has a high concentration of deuterium.
I see it.
We could collect the deuterium, use it to synthesize our own antimatter. It's a dangerous process, but it's better than nothing.
Altering course 30 by 254. But I don't know how you're planning on collecting it.
Why not?
The Bussard collectors are still out, and Gillen's a little overworked down there, so I don't think that we can count on them anytime soon.
I guess we'll have to take a shuttle then. Maya, this is Ro. Can you put together an away team for a shuttle mission to collect heavy deuterium?
Deuterium? Sure, give me a few minutes.
Great. Alex, I'll be in the conference room if you need me.
Aye, sir.
Ro to sick bay. Vaughn, how's Shinar doing?
He'd be doing better if we weren't so beat up, I'm afraid. There isn't much I can do for him. I'll keep trying, but honestly, if I can't get him out of the woods in the next couple of hours...
We'll keep trying. We've lost too many people already.
I know, but I think you should prepare yourself for having to let him go. I can keep him breathing, but I fear the brain damage may be too severe.
What does that mean for his survival?
It means we may have to decide whether living in a non-reactive, almost brain-dead state is survival at all. I'll keep you posted.
I've given Shinar to NCC of Xenophon, as she said.
Still no response? None. Let's think of something else.
But Mr. Shinar is almost completely brain dead. He has almost 0 chance of recovery.
That's still a better chance than 0, Ensign. If we give up now, we might as well give up on all our patients out here, because there will be more of them. We've seen too many of our crew die already. I don't want to see any more die. So, while there's still a tiny chance, there's still a chance.
I suppose we could try and stimulate each part of the brain individually rather than all at the same time.
That's the spirit. Get to it.
Yes, Doctor.
Shuttle Templar 2 Odyssey. We're away and into the nebula now. We should be back with full collectors in 15 minutes.
Good, we'll see you soon.
As soon as we enter the nebula, we won't be able to communicate, so expect a blackout.
We've lost communication with the shuttle.
Can we keep a sensor lock on them?
We should be able to track their progress from here, even if we can't hear them. Personally, I'm quite happy for the moment of peace.
It would be nice if the two of you could work together.
Perhaps if Miss Stoddy insists on any more suicide missions like this one, I won't have to.
Commander, on screen.
The shuttle!
Scanning. Looks like their port nacelle ruptured.
We have to move in to get them out of there.
The explosion has set off a chain reaction inside the nebula. We can't get close enough without risking the ship.
We have to try. Wozniak?
Already on the move, sir. I can take us into tractor range, but it'll take us to the outer edge of the nebula.
I must inform you, Lieutenant Commander, that I am opposed to this course of action.
That's fine, Talora. Engineering, we're gonna need a tractor beam.
I have no idea if it will work or not. Just because the computer says it's working now doesn't mean it will when we need it to.
We're entering the nebula now. Be there in 10 seconds.
I'm initiating tractor beam.
Tractor beam has lost power.
I'm rerouting power, and now.
Got them, sir. Pulling them into the shuttle bay. Setting a course out of the nebula.
We were lucky.
Sickbay to bridge. What just happened?
There was an accident on the shuttle. They're probably wounded.
Why am I not surprised? Are we trying to get our entire crew killed? I'm on my way to the shuttle bay.
As you requested, I have completed a scan on the recovered shuttle. It seems that the buildup of energy from the Bussard collectors triggered an already active region of the nebula, starting a cascade plasma storm. Next time, Miss Stottie will have to be more careful in her haste. What are you doing?
I'm reviewing Shinar's file. Did you know that he was a Parisi Squares champion?
I do not even know his first name.
Neither did I. I had to look it up.
It can hardly be expected that you know everyone on the ship on a first-name basis. You are only the science officer. I'm returning to work. If we want to survive, we need the cloak operational.
And for that we need antimatter.
I've made some suggestions that might be some use. Review the pad.
Is Stottie right, Commander? Are you cold about the lives of all people, or just Federation lives?
Just because our blood is green, Commander, it does not mean that we are without feeling. I am not cold towards life, I am simply pragmatic. Serving the Romulan Empire, I have lost people under my authority, so I am not without understanding. But if I allow every loss to distract me or unsettle me, I would have lost many more. Knowing when I can save my officers, more importantly, knowing when I cannot, has saved others in the process.
I haven't had that responsibility before. To be able to look at the big picture. To write off one thing so others can survive.
You must. It is your duty and responsibility now. As much as it pains me to say it, you are the captain despite your rank. Learn to move on and to accept loss. Otherwise, risk killing us all in your hesitance.
To Laura, I understand what you said, I do. But maybe I can take a look at the big picture without being so quick to write off what isn't easy or safe. We would have lost Stottie and the team back there if we hadn't taken a risk. But we took a chance and it worked. I mean, isn't that the better choice? To take a risk?
Perhaps you too should take the risk. We know there's antimatter back there, and without it we might as well be dead. Take us back and allow us to retrieve the stores that we need.
A raid. On what is probably an Arkan stronghold, that's foolish.
It's a risk. And may I remind you, Ro Nevin, that without antimatter we are without a cloak and without a warp core. Without a warp core we have no power, and without power we are dead. No replicators, no sensors, and eventually no life support. Take the risk. Isn't that what a captain is supposed to do? Engineering. Halt. Sick bay.
Sub-Commander Laura, you aren't often down in these parts. Is your ocular implant giving you trouble again?
Yes. It seems that I'm more prone to headaches from being on this ship.
I have something that should make you feel better.
How is Shinar?
He's not good, I'm afraid. I've done all I can for the moment. We should know either way soon. However, I'm not holding out hope. That was quite a heated conversation you and Stottie were having.
She is a rather aggravating person to work with.
She's stubborn. I imagine she's having a difficult time at the moment. Being lost in another galaxy. It must give her deja vu.
She's been lost in Andromeda before.
No, she hasn't. Her sister was on the Voyager mission. She was killed quite soon after they were lost. She probably thinks her name is cursed.
Perhaps she is.
I didn't think the Romulan Star Empire to be much for superstition.
We have a saying. If the talons fit, the claw must be responsible.
Logical. You play chess, Commander?
Occasionally.
Great. I've been looking for a challenge. Perhaps if you have a free moment?
Perhaps another time. Dr. Vaughn, you said you were stationed on Federation Starbase 395.
Yes, that's how I knew about your ocular implant.
Is that also the reason why you are attempting to accept me as a shipmate? Romulans do not easily garner trust and acceptance from humans.
I got to know some Romulans during my work there. I suppose